Hi everyone, this is Cynthia, psychic and astrologer. So for Libra, this is going to be your yearly horoscope for 2023. So let's get started. Now, as we begin the new year, Mars is still currently in your ninth house of long distance trips, foreign people, and places. Now, it's going to really be in this ninth house for 7, 8 months because of a retrograde that began on October 30th, 2022, and will finally come to direct and will finally go direct on January 12th, 2023. So that's kind of extending why it's taking so long. It actually went into your ninth house since August 2022. Now, it will be in your ninth house till March 25th of this year, and then it will move on into your career house. Now, Jupiter will be in your partnership house as you start the year, all the way till May 16th. Then, starting on May 17th, it will move into your eighth house of joint resources, taxes, credit cards, and loans, and it will remain there for the rest of the year. So, Jupiter in your eighth house can easily bring about opportunities to gain through joint resources, taxes, credit, loans, settlements, inheritance, uh, property gains, monetary gains. So this could easily be a very beneficial time for you. Now, like I said, it will move into your eighth house after May 17th and stay there for the rest of the year. Now, Saturn has been in your fifth house and will be moving into your sixth house starting March 8th and for the rest of the year. So, once it moves into your sixth house, the focus will be on taking care of tasks and projects, working harder for the money, maybe taking on more tasks and projects, possibly maybe for the same amount of money or to get ahead with your finances. It's also a time where you will focus on your health and well being through exercising, losing weight, or maybe even the health and well being of a pet. But it's actually going to be also a very beneficial time for your work opportunities that could bring you bonuses, commissions, and more sales. Now, Uranus will be there all year in your eighth house of joint resources, taxes, credits, and loans. Good news is Jupiter begins to be in your eighth house after May 17th. So, Jupiter and Uranus combined together could easily bring about monetary, financial, and material gains, depending on what's been going on. Not saying it's a guarantee, but I would say makes things a little easier for that to happen. And that begins after May 17th. And then that will stick around, like I said, Jupiter and Uranus pretty much for the rest of the year. Now, Neptune will be in your sixth house alongside Saturn all year. And Pluto has been in your fourth house of home, but will step into your fifth house of love, children, and creative projects starting May 25th. So from May 25th from March 25th. So from March 25th into towards about the end of June, it will go into your from your fourth house into your fifth house. But then because we're going to be having a retrograde cycle, it will move back into your fourth house to finish up any last um, opportunities, events going on relating to your fourth house. Then, as you get into 2024, it starts to move forward into your fifth house and moving on and staying in your fifth house for about a good 14, 15 years, maybe even longer, depending um, where Pluto is regarding your own sign, also. Now, having Pluto in your fifth house could actually be a significant time where this could easily bring about a time for you to really make decisions about relationships. Sometimes it could make you start to look at relationships in a different way. On the negative, it can make you look at relationships in an obsessive way. So you really want to be careful about that. But this could also be a time where you are looking to take greater chances at love. And this could even indicate taking on chances where maybe you pursue someone that you normally wouldn't pursue. It could be somebody older, somebody younger, somebody of a different ethnic background or culture, or maybe even different likes and dislikes and so forth. But this, like I said, it can make you take greater chances. Maybe you never tried dating sites or dating apps, and now suddenly you're looking into doing dating apps. But this could also bring about a time where maybe you start to begin to focus on what you see as in who's going to make you happy. And could it be maybe time to move on? The other thing too is that it relates to the arts and creativity. So maybe this is a time to craft or create, whether it's music, movies, design, art, creativity, maybe taking on a new hobby. And this could actually be something you do very well that you almost obsess about it, get into it, and turn into something that maybe could become a long term, maybe even a career for you. So, Pluto in the fifth house is going to be significant, and you'll definitely start dipping into, looking into what's going to start happening with that towards the end of March, all the way to about the end of June, before moving back into your fourth house. But 2024, I think, is going to be a big time and a big year where it gets all that going and moving forward. Now, Venus will be in your 11th house of friendships, groups, and organizations from June 6th through October 9th. Now, you're going to be having a Venus retrograde in your 11th house from July 23rd through September 4th. Now, this could be a time where a lover turns into a friend acts more like a lover. Maybe this could bring about friends from your past back into the present. This could also be a time where maybe some friends uh, just aren't friends anymore for you, and maybe you discover something truth about them that you just aren't excited about anymore, or maybe just don't want to have them as a friend. But this is actually going to be a critical time where maybe you decide to look at things differently in relation to the people closest to you. Not so much like family members, but more so, like I said, friends, acquaintances, coworkers, clients, customers. But this could easily attract somebody that maybe you never thought about pursuing into like a relationship, or maybe even building into some form of a connection. So that's going to be a significant for you. And I think that could also open up the door for you to interact and connect with a new group of people, build new connections. If you are starting some kind of new hobby or art or creative activity there, maybe you surround yourself with a new group of people that are in that same field that can help you to learn maybe new skills and new abilities. Now you're going to be running into four eclipses. Soon we're going to be leaving the Taurus Scorpio eclipses and moving into the Aries Libra eclipses. So definitely it's going to affect you personally. Now, the first one is going to be an Aries eclipse, and that is going to be on April 20th. The effects of Aries eclipse last 6 months. So, this is actually going to be a time where maybe from April 20th in the next 6 months, being that it's going to relate to partnerships, relationships, collaborations, this could actually be a time maybe where you decide to move on from a relationship or partnership. If you do decide to form a partnership, it's definitely going to be maybe a bit different than what you would normally pursue. But this could be a time of letting go of the old, making way for the new, possibly maybe going through a divorce, breakup, separation. And the next 6 months could bring about maybe the start of its divorce proceedings, breakup, and this could easily lead you in the direction from one ending and then a new beginning later on. So it could easily bring about a time of the old and making way for the new. This could also relate to professional relationships and partnerships too. Now, on May 5th, you're going to have a full moon, uh, s- a full moon lunar eclipse, and this is actually going to be in your second house of earned income. So the next 6 months could bring about more money, more financial opportunities, maybe a new job venture, an opportunity to make more money and pursue more money. Now, back on April 20th, that was about partnerships. This could relate to on a business professional level. And then the one on May 5th could relate to finances and building income too. Um, I do like that Venus and Jupiter do connect well during that time, And this could actually be about working, collaborating, maybe partnering up with others that could bring you more money, more stability, more security. And this could actually be a very financial beneficial time for you. But if you're looking for a new job, the next 6 months could easily bring about opportunities for you to make more money. Now, you will be having a new moon solar eclipse on October 14th in your own sign and health. So, the next 6 months will be all about you and your personal wants and needs. This will definitely be a time where it's about what you want to pursue, where you want to be at. And if it is a time of making change, whether it's personal, internal, mental, physical, this will be about what you want to do and where you want to be at in the future. Now, the final solar eclipse or the final lunar eclipse on October 28th will fall on in your eighth house of joint resources, taxes, credit cards, and loans. What I like is that at the same time, Jupiter and Uranus are already going to be in your eighth house. So this could easily bring about an opportunity of more financial opportunities, whether it is bonuses, commissions, sales, other types of financial or material gains. This could easily bring about opportunities for you to benefit down the road. And like I said, this doesn't necessarily have to be financial. It could be material. It could be uh, sales. You know, it can come in different ways. But this is actually going to be a very beneficial time for you because of that Jupiter and Uranus connection. That is really going to be that could be a big help for you. So definitely, this is also an opportunity if you are looking to maybe see if you can apply for a home loan, car loan. The next 6 months from that time of October 28th could easily be very beneficial and a big opportunity for you to gain big time, a lot. Um, but it all really depends. I mean, some people gain through um, gifts, rewards, credits. Doesn't necessarily have to be on a financial level. It could just be gaining through, on material, maybe inheritance, maybe property gains, a gift of some sort. So, but definitely, I would say keep an eye around that time. The next like 6 months, maybe even 8 months that come about from that because I feel that it's definitely should bring about some opportunities there for you. The other last thing too, because this is a lunar eclipse, this could also possibly bring about the end of taking care of any financial obligations, paying off debt, taking care of debt, paying off a bill, and finally you don't have to worry about that anymore. Now, I do have some significant love and relationship dates to keep an eye out for the year. Now, as I go through the monthly horoscopes, I will give additional dates for love and relationships and career. But for right now, keep an eye on the dates of January 5th, March 16th, and March 17th, April 11th, May 7th, and May 20th. Now, for career and finances, January 4th, March 11th, and March 30th, April 7th, May 4th, and May 13th, June 2nd, July 1st, July 20th, October 13th, and October 28th. These are significant dates that do stand out for career finances and opportunities that could bring you more money, maybe a new job offer. So there are a few dates that stood out for the home or the home environment that I want to just offer you to just keep an eye out for, and that is February 15th, February 19th, March 16th, May 7th, uh, June 11th, and September 20th. Those are significant days that I feel could signify maybe a relocation, maybe changes around the home. Obviously, as I go through the monthly horoscopes, I will identify more dates for you. In the meantime, there's definitely going to be a lot going on a personal level, especially with the Venus retrograde and Pluto slowly going into your fifth house of love, children, and creative projects. So there's a lot going on there, more to discuss throughout the year. In the meantime, definitely enjoy that there's a lot that's going to be coming up here for you.